Are you sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked the drawers, the lockers, the garbage cans, the coat pockets, the pillowcases behind the computer monitors, the coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir. The head detective looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy! How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Am I even supposed to be here? I don't know. Oh, I actually am supposed to be here. Interesting.
Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yep, well, we've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having one of our top people sitting in the defendant's seat. Now, you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
It's downright odd, I tell you. I mean, it happened at exactly the same time. The murder at the prosecutor's office.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? No, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the head detective's trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the head detective to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, I gotta use this.
Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the chief of police want you to do?
Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st.
Oops, no, that's Phoenix. The date on it is February 21st. I'll make a note of that just in case. I should probably get a quick look around the crime scene. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room? Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50 no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along now and do your best now. What? I just said now twice. Later, folks.
I'm good at reading. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Let's go. Oops, I guess we gotta examine the door now. The evidence room's beyond that door.
And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader's turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall! Somehow I knew. What's that somehow I knew look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yee-haw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little dogies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy, then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. That smell. Ah, it reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Yeah, Miss Starr.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see, I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask... Finally, it seems like...
He's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case! That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand there are the security cameras. Sorry, these there. I don't know. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card passed through. So this is the ID card record.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Numwhere? Really? Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing's about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the police station. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal's like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened at SL9 2 days ago.
Sorry. Oh, we gotta show him stuff. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on that ID card record. I see it. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Let's go to the evidence room, finally. There's a car door in the corner. Oh, I see! Gumshoe's metal detector and the fishing rod from earlier.
It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek!
Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for, oops, Emma.
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this.
So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for the trial. In other words, Detective Gumshoe got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course! I am a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker's fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using this ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yes, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. And that's the only locker we can open.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it...
Zap! You get a shock!
If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Cool, thanks, Gumshoe. I'm gonna save really quick. I'm still yawning. Why? What am I trying to do again?
Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
But I don't like coffee.
Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
What's that face for? Well, this pop is supposed to have... This soda pop is supposed to have caffeine in it, but I'm just like... I don't know why.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number! It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, Mr. I read Mr. Edgeworth. Almost like Edgeworth.
Whoops! Eat chocolate. Ooh, I wonder if I have any. I wonder if I have chocolate. What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Everyone always does that in this game. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
Ew, but you know what? Sometimes when we're like pouring espresso beans into the machine, there's this one customer one time, or well, it wasn't in the machine, we were putting it like in this container thing, and this one customer was like, "What is that?" And we were like, "It's coffee beans." Then he was like, "Can I have one?" And he just ate it, and it was really weird for all of us because we were like, why'd you just do that? It was really funny. We were just like, okay.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Because he needed evidence. Whoa, what's this? There's something sticking out here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. What's this? Blood!
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. No, but they weren't even chocolate coated. He just ate a straight up espresso bean. It was really strange. Like apparently the company used to sell chocolate covered coffee beans, but we don't anymore. And this guy just straight up ate an espresso bean, and it was really strange for all of us.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room?
We should use her testing fluid to check it out.
But then a lady did that once. She wanted to buy a certain kind of coffee, and she wanted to know if it was strong enough, so she ate the bean to test it out. And yeah, I mean, it's strange for us, but yeah, people do that, I guess. Do.
Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. I'm so confused. Oh, I wasn't trying to show it to him. Whoops. How do I didn't mean to present to him. Whoops! How do I use the... How do I use it, though? Oh, maybe like this. Spray! I did it. Spraying so much testing fluid on one area.
Ew, no! That's so scary. I knew it! This is someone's handprint!
What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine!
It's yours?
Please! You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective! I love Gumshoe so much.
Let's spritz everywhere. Oh. Oh my. There must have been a massive amount of blood here. I've never seen so much before. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien?
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
He's totally an alien. Good going, Gumshoe. You great. You great at your job. I want to examine this open locker, too. Look, this one's open, and there's an indicator tag stuck.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
No, I didn't mean to. Nope. Ew, no, I'm not even gonna click that link. I'm so confused. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from The Case.
The Case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broken. I don't know what I just said.
You want to try to put it back together?
Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place.
Ooh, we're gonna build things.
Does that go? No.
Let me try another piece.
This one! That didn't work.
How do you, oh, there.
Nope, that doesn't work.
I'm silly. Yay!
That didn't work. That didn't work either.
You have Oreo cookies? I want Oreo cookies. I did it! Ooh, big piece. What about this? Yay! No, that's not right at all. No, that's not right either. I don't know why I thought it would be. It's gotta be one of these. That top part? Oops. Nope. No! There. I think this needs to be turned around this way. But it's not that piece. Ha! coolest graphics ever. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
That only took me 2 minutes to do. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken.